Hey guys, let me show you how to create custom hooks in a React project and also show you why they're super useful. So let's take a look at this example. We have a useEffect block here, which is just fetching data from an API and converting that response into a JSON response and then setting that data as your data state. This code works. It's absolutely fine. It gets the job done. But if you're doing the same thing in multiple components, then you're just violating the dry principle, which is the don't repeat yourself principle, and it just clutters your code base. The better way of doing this is that we can just extract this logic into a custom hook. So for that, I've just created a hook called useFetch, and I've just stored it inside my hooks folder, which is a good practice of doing things. So let's open that file and take a look at what is happening here. So I've just imported useState and useEffect hooks here from the React library. And this is what I'm doing. I'm just setting two states, data and loading, setting them to null and true respectively by default. And the useEffect block here is just fetching data from the API that will be passing later on in our components, converting that response to JSON, then setting the data that we're getting as the data state and setting the loading to false. And we have passed in the URL in the dependency array. After all this, we have just returned the data and loading in our response in our output. So we can use this hook here by just importing it. So import use fetch. For some reason I'm not getting that. Okay, so import fetch use fetch from hooks slash use fetch. Then I'll just delete all this, destructure data and loading from the hook. So use fetch, pass in the URL, and there we go. That's how you create a custom hook in React.